And today it's all about Major League Baseball news and notes, updates. So Tubby and myself, we are back again to bring you everything that you need to know of what's going on in the baseball world. And we're going to start, Tubby, today with a lot of injuries. I think injuries, unfortunately, are the news. But
Mhm.
I'm just curious, before we jump into that, how much baseball did you get to watch over the weekend?
I watched the Dodgers Braves series. I didn't get to watch a whole lot. I am having to study a lot because I got a couple finals coming up, so I didn't
Yeah.
get to watch as much as I wanted to, but I did get to watch the Dodgers and the Braves.
Yeah, well, it is late in the semester. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh, Cardinals got rained out on Saturday. I was bummed out until I got to watch two games of them win on Sunday, which is pretty nice. I saw, for those who don't know this, maybe you don't get a chance to watch a lot of baseball, but you want to get more into it. I really am going to encourage you download the MLB app. They have absolutely no association with them, but they have something called Game Stories. They've had it for the last couple of years. Absolutely incredible. You can condense games into just consumable
Mhm.
form to where you can see all the highlights usually in about just a couple minutes. It's so nice to have, especially if you have a finals week and you're like, I really want to see how the teams are doing, news notes,
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff. It's really great for that. So I use it all the time.
Yeah, no, it's a great feature.
Yeah. So we're gonna start though with some injury news. No one likes injuries,
No.
but we're gonna get started with Mike Trout because he did land officially on the 10-day IL this weekend.
Yeah.
Sad news. We knew he got hurt. We didn't seem like it was going to be that big of a deal, and we were just holding our breath that he wouldn't end up on the IL. Unfortunately, that's where he's at.
Yeah. I mean, makes you wonder if the injury's been lingering because of some of the numbers that he's been putting up this year. I mean, yeah, the home runs have been
His
there, but
BABIP is by far the
yeah,
worst in his career. It's a lot of bad luck too at the same
y-
time, but man,
yeah, definitely. So I mean, maybe he had a prior injury and it just kind of finally flared up enough to where they're like, okay, we need to put you on there. Either that or it's just, hey, it's been a whole year since
yeah,
he's played. So I mean,
you get
I don't
banged up.
know.
They say the beginning of the year, especially for pitchers, is where a lot of
Mhm.
these the too fast, too early kind of things is when a lot of these injuries come in, and we'll get to some of those too. But it's just unfortunate to see Mike Trout
Yeah.
land on the IL this early in the year. Thank goodness it is only the 10-day IL. We hope that it stays that way.
Yes. Yeah.
Other one, not going to stay that way. This is all season long. Tristan Casas of the Boston Red Sox out for season. And I felt like he missed a ton of time last year.
He did.
So it's starting to become a problem, unfortunately,
Hmm.
for his young career.
Yeah, definitely not a good sign going forward for him, that he's consistently being hurt and missing big chunks of the season. We've we see this a lot, where you got some guy with tremendous upside, potential, and they just can't stay on the field.
Yeah. Um, I have another injury concern here. Well, two more. Max Scherzer transferred also today to the 60-day DL for
60 day.
Toronto. He had the
Yeah.
thumb injury, I think, at the beginning of the year, and he just
Hmm.
keeps doing bullpens, but he's not making progress. How big of a blow is this for a team like Toronto, who is trying so hard to open that window back up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like a massive deal, just because I don't think we really no one really expected, Max Scherzer numbers, this year. He missed a lot of last year. He's missed quite a bit the last couple of years due to injury. So I don't know if it's just kind of one of those things where you're just like, yeah, it's kind of par for the course. So they signed him to a small contract, so it's not like you're out a big chunk of money, but I mean, it definitely doesn't help the rotation any.
Yeah, it is a tough break. And I think Toronto's a team that you're going to see maybe make a couple small moves, not
Hmm.
big name ones, but some small moves towards the deadline just to shore up the rotation if they want to make a sneak reach for one of those wild card spots. It's
Yeah,
not a big stretch to say that, but when you get Vladdy Jr. to sign long term deal there, you still got the Boba Fett stuff going on, so we'll see how that goes.
yeah.
Finally, the last starting pitching we really wanted to hit today is going to be Seattle starting pitching. Obviously, Logan Gilbert and George Kirby not in the rotation. This was at one point, we talked about this in the preseason breakdowns for this team, and we thought, hey, this is a team that you look at it, they should be set to have the best rotation in baseball, if not one of the best. And here we
Mhm.
are seeing a little bit of the weakness. Maybe the depth is being broken down a little bit. How concerned should Seattle be? Despite all this, they're still in first.
Well, was it Kirby made a rehab start the other day? So
Mhm.
he should be back soon. Looked great from what I've seen. He looked like he was commanding pretty well. So that helps a lot that maybe he won't be out, you know, much longer and kind of fill that void where, Gilbert is leaving off. But it's still, I mean, you take out those two guys, you still got three pitchers with, 3.59 ERA as the
Mhm.
highest.
Yeah, it sets you up. I mean, most series they should be able to win, which is great to see because right now they are a two-game lead in the division with the
Hmm.
Athletics. The Athletics are second in the division. Which side note here, I don't know if you've looked at them series wise. What's their schedule? They have won a bunch of series against bad teams, and they've
Hmm.
lost series to a good team. So they're beating at least to their credit, they are
Hey,
beating the teams they should be beating.
yeah, that's all you can ask for, especially for a team that, no one expected them to be really
Hmm.
this good this early.
Yeah. So, it's still a fun team to watch. Oh, all right, well,
Hmm.
let's move on then real quick. We got some more starting pitching news. Well, Dodgers. What are your Dodgers going to do when it comes to the starting pitching depth that we thought that they didn't have, and it still feels like they don't have even pieces coming back that they thought they would?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
You're a Dodgers fan. You should know all this. Come
Yeah,
on.
right now it's not looking, super great for the rotation due to, injuries. Glasnow going down, Snell going down early. May's looking pretty rough the last couple starts.
Yes.
The one bright spot could be that Kershaw is almost done with his rehab, should be back in the next week or so, at
Hmm.
least eligible wise. So at least maybe get him back and throw him into the fray. And then, I mean, I think they have to be somewhat encouraged because you're kind of starting to see Sasaki. Yeah, he hasn't really put it all together, but I think he's starting to put it together more. He isn't walking as much as as he did the first 3 or 4 starts of the season. So there's still some, worries if you're a Dodgers fan right now with, multiple of your, guys that you expected to be front in the rotation guys not, you know, pitching right now. I mean, you got Gonsolin back. He didn't pitch great, super great his first couple starts, but I don't know. I think the offense is clicking at the right time for them to maybe offset the pitching woes that they're having when it comes to the starters.
Yeah. Well, Tommy Tanks also went on the IL. Just throwing that
He
out
did.
there.
He did. But they did call up Hyun Kim, so we'll see what
I
he
can
can
see
do.
it. Yeah, it's good. Shohei Ohtani, 8 home runs, only 11 RBIs, hitting
Gosh,
291. Any concern there? Still doesn't pitch.
it's the problem. You've mentioned this so many times. You're batting your best bat first. The bottom of the order for the Dodgers when it comes to hitting has been
No.
atrocious. So you're not putting him in situations to be able to drive people in. So he has eight
Mm-hmm.
home runs, and most of those RBIs that he has are just from his home run. So he's not
Mm-hmm.
being able to come up and, you know situations where he has a chance to drive people in. I don't. I You mentioned this name a couple weeks ago. I don't know if they're willing to trade him or not, but they probably should because they're, just kind of a team that's fluctuating, and they're actually playing the Dodgers right now. Xavier Edwards would be an incredible player for the Dodgers. Put him at
Just
second
saying.
base,
Mm-hmm.
bat him ninth. You got a guy that can get on base consistently. If you're planning on keeping Shohei batting first, at least now he has a chance to potentially drive in some more runs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if there's any good sign, I don't think this is a down year for Shohei or anything. He's going to be fine. It's
No,
I would definitely, like you said, tweak the lineup adjustment. Him right now in late or close games, he doesn't have a whole lot of at bats because
yeah,
the Dodgers are still winning a lot, but he's hitting
hmm
429 with a 1,000 slugging percentage. It's very small sample size,
yeah.
but he's still absolutely clutch.
And the thing is the batting average has actually gone up. It was closer to like the 268, 271, last week. So at least he's getting on base and stuff.
Hmm.
It's just kind of one of those things like we've mentioned. It's hard to drive in runs when there's no one on base for you to drive in runs.
Yeah, absolutely. There is one other pitcher I want to get to that a little bit worrisome before we go to, hey, is this real or is this not real? Over a month into the year, a couple players. Number one is the last player that we want to talk to is Sandy Alancantra has come back and he looked okay, and now he's looked really, really shaky. in his last few starts. How worried should they be? Because he was supposed to be the piece, the biggest trade piece come deadline for a team that needs to get move on from him to get as many assets as they can. I mean, his draft stock is down.
Yeah, no, he's they should be absolutely worried right now that he is. I mean, it stinks for him because he played pitched against the Dodgers his last start, and then today
Hmm.
he's pitching against the Dodgers and already gave up 3 runs.
Yep.
So I mean that's tough for him to give up seven. He gave up 7 earned runs against the Dodgers in his last start. Already given up 3 so far today. But yeah, it's definitely doesn't help them when it comes to trading and getting back as much as possible for him because I think most people were expecting him to bounce back from the injury and come out and at least looks more like Sandy than he has so far this year. I mean, he's only had like 1 or 2 starts where he's had less than 4 earned runs.
Yeah. I am a little concerned. I won't be as concerned if we can get to July 4th, because then he still has
Yes.
plenty of time. He can still get like 4 or 5 starts to have a lot of momentum to still be a
Hmm.
great trade asset. And part is, he's been off for so long.
Yeah.
I really hope he can get back to full steam because I do love Salem.
Hmm.
We both love the way he pitches. He doesn't try to overpower. He just dominates as a command control pitcher.
Yeah.
And so we got to see him get back to 100% and dominate. It's great for baseball.
Yeah.
Um,
Because there's not too many pitchers like him today
mm-mm.
that are willing to pitch in extended innings into the seventh, eighth inning. He's leads the major leagues in the last 5 years in complete games, and it's not even close.
Yeah, yeah, I just love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a great picture. All right, let's go. Willy Adamas, the big free agent they finally get in San Francisco, is not playing like the big free agent they need him to be. Is it time to have alarm bells, or is this, hey, don't worry, new area, new division, new team, don't worry yet.
Yeah, I don't think I'd worry so much yet. He had a slow start last year. He is typically someone that kind of gets off to a slower start and then really puts it on, towards the back half of the season. So I wouldn't be too alarmed, especially since you're sitting at 22-13 right now, so you can't be too sad because
Yeah.
I don't think most people expected you to be in contention right now for the NL West.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, talk to me in another month or so, and if the numbers still haven't jumped up, then maybe you can, start being a little more worried about what's going on.
Yeah. Also, I did not see this before. I would have mentioned it. Jordan Alvarez also hit the IL today. I don't know if you saw that yet.
I did not.
Yeah, yeah. So just another injury there. I think 10-day, so it's not as big. But all right, let's
Hmm.
move on to another one. I just want to make sure we didn't miss that one. Real or not real? Cedric Mullins carrying the Baltimore Orioles this year.
I mean, we look at the players so far, offensive wise, for them. I would say real, just because that offense outside of Jackson Holiday the last week or so,
Hey, two
that
bombs
offense has
yesterday.
that offense has been so bad, and it's crazy with those guys that they have that the offense is struggling as much as it is.
Yeah, we've seen Cedric Mullins be a very productive Major League
Hmm.
Baseball player. I don't know that we're expecting him to lead a team,
No.
but hey, while he's on fire, let it roll. But no,
Hmm.
I don't think that he's going to end the year as probably, I'm going to say, a top uh, 3 position player in all of outfield. I just don't see him being a
Yeah.
starter, one of
No.
the top 6 in the outfield at the end of the year. But hey, they clearly need him, and that's really what good teams do, is they let
Hmm.
these maybe role players
Hmm.
truly just get great momentum, and they ride it, and then the next guy will step up. Well, the leaders like an Adley Rutschman, a Gunnar Henderson, those guys carry it away. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Paul Goldschmidt, new home, absolutely hitting the cover off the ball. He's hitting over 350 for the.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe it's just the lineup is that much better. Is this real or not real?
Uh, I mean, I don't expect him to hit 350 this year, but I think you can. I'll pencil him in for 298 average, which I think is a great average. He just seems to be more comfortable right now. Maybe he is, and the thing is, like the home run numbers for Goldschmidt aren't, typically
Mm-mm.
what he would have, and so maybe he's just trying to make contact right now and just bat the ball and put the ball in play, which I'm absolutely 100% fine with. I don't live by the adage, oh well, home run or not, we strike out, cool. But if I hit the home run, oh boy, I'm a put the ball in play, puts pressure on the pitcher, and make him pitch stressful innings. Don't let
Yeah.
him just skate by because you're going to swing at every pitch and hopefully you connect with one and it goes over the fence.
Yeah, as a hurt Cardinals fan,
Hmm.
who's not winning a whole lot of games right now, if I look at him, his BABIP right now is over 400, which is 100 points higher than it was last year. It's never, I mean, his career has a
Hmm.
decent BABIP around 345. But looking at it, he's not walking a ton. So I
Yeah,
expect, like you said, this is going to come back down a little bit. He's not hitting for a whole lot of power. He only has 11 extra base hits of his 45, but still, he's hit
yeah,
in Yankee Stadium. Some of those are going to sneak out anyway. I think
yeah,
it's great. It's good for baseball to have a guy like him, and I hope he has good success there, especially because Goldie deserves it.
yeah. He definitely does.
Yeah. All right, and final one. This is a weird one. This is a guy who's hitting sub 200.
Hmm.
Luis Robert or Robert, however you want to say it, is currently leading the league in stolen bases with 15. Does he lead the league at the end of the year?
No, no.
It's
I
crazy that
mean,
he's leading it with only a 200 batting average. I mean, this is wild.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess he's like, oh, I'm gonna get on. Better make the most of it real quick
Yeah,
because what is strikeout? It's almost what 3 times as many times as he's walked. So I
it's
mean,
yeah,
he's not walking a whole lot.
no,
So he's like, I'm on base. I better make some noise real quick. At least show some value.
yeah,
Maybe I'll get traded out of here too.
yeah. Have you ever played MLB The Show, like the My Player?
Yes.
Road to the Show? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's funny because if you are a player that has any speed, you're like, as soon as I get on first base, oh, still in first try. That's what it's like him. He's like, every chance I'm going to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we're going to do a final section real quick here, and we're going to try to do this every single Monday, and we're just going to have top five power rankings. We're not going to, if you're not in the top five, that's okay. Like if your
Mhm.
team, the reason why your team should be in the chat. If you really, really believe in your Cleveland Guardians, I'm telling you, they're not making my top five. I don't know if they're going to make Tubby's, but Tubby, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I don't
Okay.
care.
You can go
So
5-1 or 1-5. You just let us know what you're doing.
I'll just start from the top. I mean, Dodgers, even with the injuries, like I said, the offense is getting hot. They're the number one team in baseball. I still believe that they are the best team and they're the team to beat. Next team is another NL West team, and it's the Padres. They're another team that has consistently just been really good all season. And
Hmm.
then the next one, and I know if you're looking at the standings, I'm just going in order right now, but it's hard not to put the Detroit Tigers at 3 right now. With the way they are playing,
Hmm.
the pitching that they have, their offense is starting to show some signs of production, and got a great run differential right now. This is a team that people should be scared about because that starting pitching, if it consistently is this good, this is a team you do not want to face in uh in the fall when it comes to playoff time. Then I'm going to change things up a little bit, and I'm going to put the Chicago Cubs at number 4.
I hate to hear it. I
Even
hate to hear
yeah,
it.
even with Shota going on the IR, which definitely hurts them because their rotation I still think has a lot of questions. That offense is unreal right now.
Mhm.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard
Pete
to
Crow
stop.
Armstrong.
And yeah, Pete Crow Armstrong is on fire. I mean, Kyle Tucker, he's still hitting the cover off it. The offense is tough, and so we're talking right now. I think they're 4. And then my next one, I'm going to go with the Seattle Mariners, even though they have some questions with the rotation and some of the offense there. I think even with those 3 guys and Wu and Castillo and Miller, you're still got 3 really good pitchers, and looks like George Kirby's going to be back in the next week or so. So it strengthens that rotation even more with Logan Gilbert getting hurt. I, I put them up there just because that rotation, I still think even with those 2 guys missing, is one of the best in the major leagues right now.
Yeah, I like the Tigers being up there. The Mariners, I'm not sure. They're kind of on the board. So I'm gonna go Padres, then Dodgers, only because of the pitching right now. It has me concerned. But this honestly, maybe I shouldn't be thinking full season. But right now, give
Mhm.
me the Padres. A lot of excitement, momentum, and I really feel like the Dodgers are kind of just we're coasting because we're great. So give me that's number 1, 2. Let me flip those with what you have. I'm gonna put the Cubs right up there with you. I think this is a really, really tough team to get
Mhm.
out. They
Yeah.
have they're having fun again, which is a great thing for the Chicago fan base because they're going to be out there anyways. But when they're having fun, it makes them really, really tough to beat. Give me the Tigers as well. I haven't seen it for sure. They have beat good teams, which I like,
Mhm.
and their pitching is so, so good. So there's a good chance you're going to see Tigers consistently up here. And I'm going to also still take the Yankees over the Mariners. That was my other one because Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is putting up
Yeah.
numbers that the only other name that is next to him in a full season, his name is Babe Ruth. And it's
Yeah.
insane what this guy does. They're not 100% healthy, but they have I think they have the ability to add pieces that they need to at the deadline. So I think they're setting themselves up really well in a tough division
Yeah.
where Boston is having to brave some injuries right now. So it's only going to give the Yankees even more fuel.
Yeah. No, I like it. The only reason why I kept the Yankees out is just because they kind of went through a little bit of a slide there,
Hmm.
this last week. So that's
Yeah,
the
you're
only
not wrong.
reason why. And so like I'm basing mine all off of right now and trying not to think too far ahead or oh
It's a
what
good
they
thought.
did at the beginning, what happened this last week in baseball, and that's how I came up with mine.
Yeah. Can you guess what team has played the fewest games against opponents with a 500 record or better?
Fewest games. Well, we know it's not the Braves.
Yeah, it is not the Braves.
That gauntlet they ran through. Um, I have no idea. I honestly don't even have a
The team
guess.
is 3-3, and it's the Boston Red Sox. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, that's not good.
So, all right. Well, if you have already, please consider going ahead and hit that subscribe button because the W Sports Podcast. The best part about it is you guys, the listeners, the supporters. It's free to subscribe. I hope you all knew that because you're on YouTube already. So please hit that button. We're gonna go live, or we're gonna have a video every single beginning of the week and towards the end of the week. One's gonna be more football related. One is gonna be more baseball related. You guys got the baseball one today. We're gonna keep it coming live at you all the time because we appreciate you guys. Can't wait to see y'all next time. See you.
See ya.